Yeah, it's fun. I'll wait for you guys to come back now. It's really windy here, and the wind blew, and the power went out, and my internet went down with it. So then I was going to move everything upstairs where my cell phone works, and I moved upstairs, and then my internet came back on, so I'm here. If it freezes, you can come back and do it later. All right. So, hey Ashley, welcome back. Sorry, power failure. Good timing. Why not? Okay, so if the power goes out again, I'll come back. If it doesn't go out, I'll be here. How's that? Whatever, it's Armageddon yoga. What are we gonna do? It's coronavirus yoga. Anything can happen, and probably will. Child's pose on your back, coming back to that place. Remember, like, okay, so we don't get amped when the things go wrong. We step back and we, this is interesting. The farther you step back past those things, it doesn't mean they don't happen, right? So back to child's pose, back to calming, quieting, being centered, and being here. You're probably going to feel a little bit of agitation. There's a little bit of energy in your belly, kind of amped. That's why we work out, right? So one of the things I wish we could tell everybody and explain to people who don't like working out is it's not so much that you love getting sweaty and falling down and being really tired, but it releases endorphins and it quiets that anxiety down, especially in times like this. It's how you feel after. It's how you feel the rest of the day. It's how you feel going forward. And as you incorporate more and more of that push in, finding that place where that transition happens, you learn how valuable it is. Hi Amy, hi Tanya. So if you haven't come to that deep, even, slow breath, make your way there. Sometimes we can get there on our own because life is easy, and other times it's not so much. Make the transition, lengthening the inhales, lengthening the exhales, starting to engage your bandhas, that pelvic floor and navel, lifting them up. Using your diaphragm, so each inhale pulls the rib cage open and squeezes it closed. Adding your throat restriction when it makes sense. So take another breath down in your child's pose, and then we're going to lift up to hands and knees. And if 4 or 5 breaths isn't enough, you just stay where you are, doing what you're doing. When you get to hands and knees, hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. Take some cats and some cows. Inhales to look up, drop the belly. Exhales to round in and look towards your navel. And it might be that now that last bit, that throat restriction starts to make sense. Usually we need a bit of movement. You can spin the hands around so the fingers point toward the knees. Stretching into the forearms. We can look over each shoulder. We can take a few breaths back down in child's pose, a few breaths in an up dog. Give yourself maybe 8 more rounds of breath. 8 inhales, 8 exhales. Kind of feeling what there is to feel. being here. Give it a few more. You probably only have 2 or 3 breaths left to go. And then it'll be downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet. Bend the right knee. Bend the left. Getting the calf muscles stretched, the hamstrings open. Then both heels reach down. And we spread the palms out, pushing down with that thumb and first finger. Again, the chest is drawing back toward the knees, and our gaze is at the knees, maybe up higher, eventually up toward that navel. Inhale, we're going to soften the knees. Exhale, step up to the front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold and hang. You're just going to hang soft, bend in the knees. You can grab opposite elbows or you can let the arms dangle. Belly is just resting on the thighs. That's available. On an inhale, ripple up, bring the arms up with you. The arms come up overhead. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands to heart center. Inhale to lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back, find your high plank. You can be on your knees, right? We don't have to be up on the toe. Rock yourself so the chest is over your thumbs. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Find that up dog. Exhale, downward facing. So just warming up with a sun A. And now we're going to start our first flow. So engage the bandhas, pelvic floor, navel lift. Inhale, the right leg lifts, bend, twist, open. Warm it up. On an exhale, that right knee to the right. Drag it down to the right wrist. Lift it up to the right armpit. Do that again. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. You're not moving your hips. You're moving the leg. The next inhale, we lift it up to that 3. Back to your 3-legged dog. Step it up. If you were on the knee on the right, be on the knee on the left. You're back. Haha. Okay, let's start again. So we did the left side basically, right? We're going to start over on the right. And this time I'm going to show you with the add-ins. And hopefully we don't lose our connection again, although I have no idea why we lost that one, just because life is fun. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, drag it up and down. If you're doing this, you're cheating, right? Just the leg. Our leg comes up and then we take it to the other side. Lift it up, step it up, high lunge, standing splits. Inhale to lift. Exhale, set it down, hands to heart center. Inhale to lift. Any version of side bend. If you're coming with me, interlace your fingers, flip the palms up, fold to the right. Center, bend to the left. Center, inhale, take a standing back bend. Exhale, come all the way down. Now, there's no stepping back, right? So it's inhale to lift the chin and the chest. Plant the hands, you're gonna float it back. Even if you don't float, you lift up and you send the feet back with as much control as possible. Left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it to that left elbow, up and down. Inhale, lift. Take it to the right. Inhale, lift. Step it up. Find your crescent. Bring yourself down. You don't have to bring your hands to the mat. You bring your hands to your ankle. Marionette. Maybe marionette becomes Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana deep. Side bends are next. And then we're going to fold it in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, float it back. Half vinyasa. Now, when you get to downward facing dog, collect your breath, settle back in. Inhale, soften both knees, and we're going to play with pulling the hips up. So when we hop up to the front, it's not that. It's lifting the hips up over the shoulders. So it's an inhale to soften the knees, and then I pull the hips up. So when I land, my feet land without sound. And it's the same motion to go backwards. I lift the hips up, and I send the feet back. So take a few of those, hopping up and back. Inhales to soften. Bring yourself to the front. And then take your exhale to send yourself to the back. Trying to land in both without sound. One more time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step it up. High lunge. Standing splits. Marionette, extend the leg. Send it down. Samasthita. Inhale to lift. Side bend right. Center, left. Center, standing back bend, fold it in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back, half vinyasa. Left leg lifts. Step it up, or actually no, take it to the left elbow, up and down. Lift it up, take it to the right. Inhale to lift, step it up. High lunge. Standing splits. If you're bored, toppling tree, we bring the hands back by the hips. Marionette. Or extend. Set it down. Lift and bend to the right. Center. Left, center, and fold. Inhale, halfway up, float it back, plant the hands, lift, and send the feet to the back. Half vinyasa. When you get to downward facing dog, deep breath in through your nose, open your mouth, sigh it out. Hey look, we still have a connection. All right. Back to your breath. So a sun A, if we add a few things in, like there really wasn't much extra in there, but it gets a lot harder. As your practice grows, you have to figure out which things you add in and which things you don't. When is too much? When is it not enough? Right? You want to be at that place where it's hard to keep that ujjayi breath, but it's not impossible. You can still control your breath in and out through your nose. You're not like we're at the gym, right? And it's going to move around as your practice grows, depending on what you ate or how you slept, and what's going on in your life. So, we'll move into our second flow. If you are in downward facing dog, you're where you need to be. If you're in child's pose, make your way back to that downward facing dog. When you get there, maybe you walk it out. You're going to plant the hands pushing in with the thumb and the first finger, the heels draw down. Maybe it's a deeper downward facing dog. We're gonna hop up to the front. So we're gonna inhale to soften the knees, and we're gonna step or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold in, sink the hips, Utkatasana. So first time through, prayer twist to the right. Lift your gaze up over that right shoulder. Don't worry about doing too much more. Inhale, open the wings. Plant the left hand down if you can. And if you can't, then just work at it. So if my hips are up too high, there's no way that's happening, right? They gotta come way down. Back through center and take that to the other side. So we prayer twist. And then we open up and we see if we can get that right hand to come down. So there are a lot of places to go from here. Bring an exhale, the hands to come together. Inhale, back through that chair pose. Exhale, plant the hands, knees to the triceps. Bakasana. You might not get your toes up. That's just fine. Step it back. Half vinyasa. Right leg is gonna lift. We've done enough with it by now. Bend, twist, open, maybe we flip. And then if we flip, we're gonna come halfway and we're gonna make our way to that side plank. Step your foot up. Stay on the ball of the back foot just like before. Back to your crescent. We're not gonna hang here though. We're gonna exhale and come down. Biceps curl it in. Inhale, lift it up. Do it again. 4. One more. Because 5 is a nice number. Inhale. Warrior B. Exhale, reach that hand forward, draw your bowstring. Inhale, straighten, do it again. Exhale, lunge in. Tanya likes this one. Inhale to straighten. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, dragonfly twist. From your dragonfly twist, revolved half moon. In a perfect world, I'm going to get my hand back, my bottom hand up. And then I'm going to crunch it in. And I'm going to rotate through my half moon. And maybe my fingers don't come down. Maybe they stay lifted. And then I'm going to crunch it in again. And I'm going to come halfway up with standing split. So I lift the chin and the chest. And I exhale to fold in. From here I'm going to step, hop, or float it back. And take that half vinyasa. Going through this on the left side. So the left leg is going to lift. Then twist open, flip. Coming back to that side plank, you can skip that if it's not in your practice. Left foot steps up. Back to your crescent, pulse it down. Exhales to lower. 5 times. Warrior B on the inhale. Exhale, sweep the hand forward. Inhale, straighten, draw that string. Exhale, sweep forward and grab. Inhale to lift. One more time. And then it's that dragonfly twist. So we bring the right hand down and that left hand lifts up. From here, we lift up. Do a revolved half moon. Crunch it in, curtsy squat. Half moon. Crunch it in. Halfway up, standing split. And then pull yourself in, step it back, half vinyasa. All right, so that's the basic. Second time through, we're adding in. Remember, add what you want. Take out the rest. Inhale. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. On an inhale, soften the knees and float back to the front. Inhale, half lift, sink the hips, lift up. Utkatasana, prayer twist. Open the wings back up. And then plant the hands down. So you can stick with just that prayer twist, or you can move into your side crow. Your side curl can move into a fallen angel by lifting that left leg straight up and bringing the side of your head down. If you've been playing with me last week, you know where you can go from there. Back through center and take it to the other side. Prayer twist. Open up. Plant the hands. Climb aboard. Back through center. Bring the hands down. So if we're working with people who already know how to do Bakasana really well, that's fine. Step one foot back at a time. Take that left foot back. And then the right. It's a whole new level of fun. Right leg lifts. Bend, twist, open, flip. Come back through center. Maybe crunch the elbow and the knee together. Try to lift up high enough that my left foot can plant down. And then without bringing the hand down, right leg steps up. Anjaneyasana. Maybe we leave the biceps curls out. Maybe we leave them in. Warrior B. Sweep the hand forward. Extend. And then after 3 times, dragonfly twist. From your dragonfly twist, if we were adding in here, open up underneath or plant the hands. Balance. Right? Bind. Oodles of stuff you can throw in here. From here, step the left foot up. There's a bird of paradise. All the options from just one pose. Dragonfly twist. And come back to lifting up to that revolved half moon. Crunch it in. Half moon. Crunch it in. Halfway up, standing splits. Standing splits. Take a handstand, take a hitch kick. Step it back. Half vinyasa, right? Left side. So that left leg is going to lift. Then twist, open, flip. Come halfway, crunch the elbow and the knee together, and step the left foot up. Anjaneyasana. 5 times. You decide whether you keep the biceps curl in, or it makes it a little more edgy to keep the arms straight up. Warrior B. Draw that string 3 times. Exhales to lunge, inhales to lift. And then dragonfly twist, whatever you did on the right, you do it on the left. So option A, we open up the wings underneath. We can bind. We can climb aboard. Or we can bird of paradise. And then we can bring the bird of paradise back. And we come right back to our dragonfly twist and lift. Half vinyasa when you're ready. All right. Play. I'm going to lightly cue you as we go. But we're going to take it through again. Feel free to add in any or all, right? Inhale to soften and float to the front. Halfway up, sink, lift. Prayer twist. Whatever you're doing, do it on the other side. And then there's a Bakasana. We step that left foot back last time, so this time it's going to be the right foot. Right foot steps back. You'll find one side is harder than the other. Right leg lifts. Take a flip. Halfway, side plank. Step it up. Pulse it down. Warrior V. Sweep it forward. Extend. Dragonfly twist. What are you adding in? Another option, we could grab the big toe and come right back to that side plank. And then we come back to that dragonfly twist. Lifting up. Crunch it in, half moon. Crunch it in, halfway up, standing split. Fold it in. Half vinyasa. Left side, so we lift that left leg. Give it a bend, twist, open, flip. Halfway, crunch the elbow to the knee if you're doing that. Step it up. Warrior B, sweeping forward, straighten. Do it again. 3 times. Dragonfly twist. Whatever you did on side A, repeat it. Hopefully by now you're not watching the screen, you're just flowing as you flow. Eventually making your way to standing splits, taking a few hops, adding your handstand in, half vinyasa. We're going to be back at the front. On your inhale, soften the knees and float. Land without sound. Halfway up, sink in. Find your Utkatasana. Prayer twist. Do what you're doing. Back through center. Prayer twist. And you don't have to do the same thing every time, right? One of the things you want to figure out is how often do you take the arm balances? You know, maybe you run through it a couple of times super hard, and then the last time you take it easy. If you've ever watched me practice, that's what I do. So take it one time through. Doing whatever it is you need to do. Making your way to those, drawing the bows, dragonfly twists, whatever it is you need to do there. One last time on the left. You might not be there yet. When you finish, make your way to child's pose. You'll get more out of your practice if you give yourself permission to come down, to take child's pose when you need it, right? Than by pushing. So give yourself a few breaths. Take 10 breaths or so, maybe 15. If your internet connection is being weird today like mine, this will all be recorded and you can flow later. When you feel ready, make your way to hands and knees. Take a few cats, a few cows. Noticing the difference in this spine and the one you had. I cannot really see who's here and who's not anymore, and it could be that I'm just talking to myself, but going on faith that this is going to be recorded and you guys can all catch up later. Right? When you're ready, it's downward facing dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. All right. Lift the right leg on an inhale. Step it up. Pivot and plant the back foot. Warrior A. Push the hips forward. Engage your glutes. Drop down into your seat. So we've got a nice lunge. Exhale, sweep the hands back, bring the chest forward, come up onto the ball of the back foot. Lightning bolt. Inhale, we're going to reverse. The back heel drops back down. And we lift that right arm up overhead. Exhale, tiger lunge toward the back. We're just going to tiger lunge the first time. So inhale, we're going to star pose. Exhale, prayer twist at the front. From that prayer twist, keep the prayer hands. Lift the back leg up. So it's back to a revolved half moon, but we're bound. Exhale, crunch that knee in. Inhale, back to your marionette. Exhale, gentleman squat. First time, we're just gentleman squatting. Sounds funny. Maybe you reach down though and come in low. And then we're going to inhale to tree. Your foot's pretty much there. You're just going to lift it up and plant it a little bit higher maybe. On an inhale, marionette pose. Exhale, tip over. Bring the hands down, step it back, half vinyasa. Same thing on the left. Next time we'll add in. Inhale, that left leg lifts. Exhale, step it up. Warrior A. Lightning bolt. Reverse. Tiger lunge. Star. Prayer twist. Lift the back leg. Crunch the back knee in. We're in a curtsy twist. Marionette. Cross it over. Inhale, we're going to lift up. Tree. Marionette, tip over. Hop it back. Half vinyasa. All right, we're taking it again. We're going to add in right leg lifts. Step it up, warrior A. Lightning bolt. Reverse. Drop down. Okay. Then drop down. Come to your seat. Compass pose is right here. We're going to take that left hand and plant it. We're going to grab the outside of the left foot and try to pull it up. And if you got that, great. And if not, hook your leg. Lift, 8-angle pose. Okay. Options for people. Lift up. Prayer twist. There's a bind here. Open up. Bring the hands behind you. Undo the bind. Come back to that prayer twist warrior or revolved half moon. Crunch it in. Lift up. And then gentleman squat. Right. Bring the hands down. Flying pigeon. Find your tree. What we can do with tree, tree is tree, but we can jump back with tree legs. So we can inhale to lift, and then we can fold in. Keeping the tree legs, softening the knee, step it back, half vinyasa. The left leg lifts, right? So we take it on the left, step it up, warrior A, lightning bolt, reverse, tiger lunge. Come to your seat, grab the outside of your foot, and lift. Hook it, 8-angle. So those are options, right? You don't have to do that, you don't have to be able to do them, but if you're looking to teach them something to do, all kinds of places to go. And sometimes you fall. Back to tree. And then we fold it in. And take that tree leg back. Right leg is already lifted. So we don't even get the break, right? Last time through. Adding in whatever you want to add in. When do you get to work compass pose in a vinyasa? If you can hook, you hook. And there's a grasshopper. And if that's not there yet, the operative word there is yet. It will be. On the left, last time through. You'll find balance gets a lot harder when you're tired. But it's not impossible. When you finish, make your way to pigeon on the right. rotation on the right side. You won't be here too long. Couple more breaths. And then press the hands under the shoulders. Curl the back toes under. This right leg lifts up. Give it a little bit of a bend. Get the blood going. Bring that left leg up. And then bring it across. Couple more breaths on this left side. Lift the chest. Curl the back toes under. That left leg goes up. Stretch it. Both feet come down when you're ready. On an inhale, you're going to soften the knees, and we're going to bring them through, coming to boat. We thought we were going to go down to a seat. Lift the pelvic floor and the navel. You're using this ring of muscle, right, to hold you here. Take an exhale, come down. Not quite all the way. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Do that again. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Take a couple more. And then we're going to come down to our Uttanasana seat. So, legs are out wide, toes are pointed up. Lift up through the center. We're going to come down on the right side. So we're going to bring that right elbow inside, and the left arm comes up overhead, and you may bring that right hand across. You might not. The goal, eventually, is to get that right side of the rib cage and your leg, and your shoulders are stacked. And then we're going to inhale to lift. Couple of breaths right here. Take it to the other side. So that left arm comes down inside. The right arm comes up overhead, and that left arm can move if it needs to. And then on an inhale, we're going to come through center. Plant your right hand here. Left hand behind you. Flex your feet. Flex your feet so your heels come up, right? Not just pointing my toes up. I'm super solid through this set of muscles, right? On either side of my shin, right? Press your hands in and lift yourself up. Lower down. Take it to the other side. You might need to shake it out. If you got like a little cramp right here, yeah. So I'm going to say is yes. Left hand, right hand. Flex the crap out of your feet and lift again and smile because it's fun. Lower yourself down. Handstands. I know this sounds weird. That's gonna help with handstand. Any kind of a lift, pulling your toes back here and lifting, right? Any L sits or any of these where we're lifting up and we're using the hip flexors and this little bit of muscle right here, because that has to stabilize you when you lift your legs up overhead. There's your anatomy lesson. Lift the arms up. Walk down the center. Couple more breaths. Then inhale, walk yourself back. We're gonna walk the hands so we're leaning out over this right leg, and we're gonna come down. If I was teaching this pose to an advanced class, you like this. If there are less advanced people, I'd have them pull this foot in, because that's a little bit less intense. On an inhale, come up. I'm gonna go to the other side. Take a breath or two in the center. Turn, come down. And then we're gonna inhale and come up. You know what we're doing, right? Right hand plants, left hand plants, lift. Step down, take a breath, switch. It's gonna be harder. And that little crampy feeling is gonna come faster, right? Inhale to lift, walk the hands down. But it makes this fold feel really great. Inhale, we're gonna lift up, bring your legs together. Roll down onto your back and hug your knees in. Plant the feet behind your sits bones and the hands next to your hips. And on an inhale, those hips are going to lift up for that bridge. Shimmy your shoulders under you. Push the thigh bones forward. I know some of you have beautiful fancy wheel practices. Take bridge the first time anyway, because we want to push these thigh bones forward. We want to lengthen this muscle that we just used. And then on an exhale, lower yourself down, take a breath. Now, if you want to go into that beautiful wheel, you are welcome to. The hands can come next to the ears. And on an inhale, you lift. Exhale, we're going to lower it down, take a breath, and take either one. If you're working with people that have a really super cool wheel practice, bend the elbows. Bring yourself down. Next exhale, lower yourself all down. Hug the knees in. Gentle squeeze and a rock side to side. And then it's candlesticks. So we lift those legs up. We can stay here, or we could move to shoulder stand, bringing the feet overhead. You shimmy the shoulders under you, and then you lift the legs up. Five more breaths. And then it's going to be plow pose or ear pressure pose. Taking us all the way back to that candlestick. And then when we get to candlestick, the legs lower. And we find a fish. And then we lower it down. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. This is the hardest part of your home practice because there's laundry and dishes and somebody's probably breaking something in your house. And you know what? It's all going to be there in 5 minutes, just like it is now. So give yourself 5 minutes. Deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, let it go. If you want one more, invite one more. And then it's time for that well-earned Shavasana. And then you're going to start to bring some attention back to your breath. Wiggling fingers and toes. Ankles and wrists. When you're ready, stretch your arms overhead and get long. Fill up with that deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Hug your knees in. Gently rock and roll your way up to your seat at the front of your mat, hands at heart center. and bow in. That place in me of light, love, and strength sees itself shining so brightly from every one of you. Thank you for sharing your weekend with me. As always, it was my honor to guide your practice. Namaste. Good job, everybody. Hopefully it wasn't too glitchy. If you missed parts, it's going to be up on the page. You can catch it whenever you want to. Do it later. Do it often. Whatever you need. If you have any questions, I will be checking back. I'll be looking at messages, and I'll promise I'll get back to you. So just put them online. Have a great Sunday.